welcome back. We're doing an energy reading for the week of December the 12th to the 18th. That actually has a human design correspondent in a way, um, with it being about reconciliations and the energy of the 59-6 channel being about bonding and connecting with others and, conflict. Wow, that is interesting. It's a sacral energy. And wow, with this sacred tree being on fire, kind of feels tower like type of dynamic energy. This is reading a lot like a disconnect to me. If it's not an argument or an inner battle, then it's a breakup between two people. Um, One person wanting to move into a new place, and somebody else wanting to keep things exactly how they are and keep strong ties to the past and how things have been. Um, and like I said, that could easily be a war within one person. Like there's so much good that has, come from these old habits, come from this old life, come from the old house or the old place that I lived in, the old job that I worked at. There's something, nothing is 100% bad, right? And if it was, then you wouldn't want to hold on to it. You wouldn't have held on to it, right? This is something that's long standing. It's been around. It's been contributing to your situation, but you have a longing for more, for something better, for something new, for either a new experience that you haven't had or a specific experience that you have been looking forward to, that you um, can conceptualize. Um, so going forward, looking at that with consideration for what you have control over and what you don't, um, there's this, it's like you feel like you have to make a choice. Either you can leave the disconnect and continue on and hope that things work themselves out, or that as time passes the answer will be clear or the choice will be made for you, or you can dive into it, look at it deeper, um, pay closer attention, and focus more on what you want that you also believe is possible. right? So a Venn diagram, what you want, what you believe is possible, and see what lines up. What comes into that middle space? What fits into both categories? There's going to be a lot over here, there's going to be a lot over here. What fits in that middle space? And using that as your way to, step over to transcend, timelines or what have you. It is December. We do have, I've seen posts about the 12/12 portal that's coming up on Sunday. I've seen, posts as a callback to last year on the 21st, and the funny energy posts that were going around about that. But December, it definitely feels like transcending energy. We shift. It's winter officially starts on the 21st, where you actually have that shift into a more, I guess, receptive energy, looking in, spending more time indoors, spending more time, you know, with family, your inner circle, as opposed to being out in the world and interacting with people out there. So I see there's two ways. You could do both of these, or you could choose from one of these. But this particular Four of Wands card in this deck has a different meaning to me than the Rider-Waite Four of Wands card. And I literally see it as it kind of comes across to me as like celebrating too soon, right? And so within this message, it's not necessarily that you are doing the fake it till you make it thing. When you're faking it, you're keeping yourself in that vibration no matter what you're actually doing physically with your energy, right? So you can be at a party and not actually be partying. You can participate in a celebration and not actually feel celebratory in your heart, right? So I'm seeing it like a choice, literally a choice of between looking at taking a deeper look at all of the players in the story, all of the aspects of the story. What is it about this thing that I'm wanting to hold on to that I don't actually want to let go of? What are the good qualities here? Why am I not wanting to let this go? Right? Looking at what you're going towards. What is it about what I'm moving towards that is so alluring and so calling me so much? Is it something that is for my benefit? Is it something that I can't get where I'm at? Is it something that, really assessing the situation? All right. And so let's look at the different design types. For generators, it's going to be a big aspect of family, of either your children or your parents. There's a huge part of it is coming from their input, from how they're going to feel about this situation, from how the decision is going to impact them. All right. And so with the block being a new, the Ace of Swords, I feel like maybe there's something about the offer that feels off. Maybe it feels too good to be true, or you don't fully have all the details that you need in order to make this decision, but it's been presented to you, and so you're mulling it over, you're thinking about it, right? And with the going forward energy. Ooh. Okay, generators. So looking at these all together, it's like somebody offered you a better position for your family, right? So, for example, say you live in a duplex and the one on the right has better parking and the one on the left has a better yard, right? and you've been in the one on the left, but your kids have gotten to an age to where they really want to spend more time in that yard, and you haven't been able to let them because you don't want to disturb your neighbors, right? And so the neighbors come to you and they're like, hey, we are getting a new car. Is there any chance we could swap? And you're like, wow, this is too good to be true. They've got to have roaches or something. Why would they want to swap with us, right? So, stepping into a spirit of gratitude and acknowledging what's good about this and focusing on it and lining up the energy for this to be a good thing, right? So when I say lining up the energy, I mean you are aligning your feelings and your thoughts and your beliefs with the outcome that you actually want, right? So spending time in your meditations or after your meditations, journaling, that kind of time, looking at the good aspects of this offer. My kids are so excited about this move. They're gonna love, being able to go out in that yard whenever they want. It's closed off. I don't have to worry about them, being safe out there. I am getting to move, but I'm moving, so close that it's not a difficult move. I'll get a new fresh space. I have the same neighbors and I like them. I know them. Lining up all of those positive qualities about this and not spending any time going down the what if, this is too good to be true lane of it. No matter how much your mind pulls to that side of it, you want to make sure you're spending more time thinking about how positively this is going to affect you, or that it could affect you. Looking at what will be fun about it, what will be good about it, and lining up that energy so that when you are faced with something that is likely to pull you into that, oh, this is why, this is a bad thing, energy, you have more momentum pulling you in the idea of, what, we can do something about that. Okay, so, oops, that was loud, sorry. Okay, so maybe the security gate is broken and we have to replace that. Yes, that's money out of the budget we weren't expecting, but it doesn't make this a bad decision to move here, right? So instead of moving with apprehension and a bad attitude and fear and worry and lining up with all of the little things, the dropping things, the breaking things, the losing things that could possibly happen in the course of this move, you want to get yourself in a better vibration. Get yourself neatly bolstered down into a better vibration with better momentum about that before you say, all right, kids, yes, we're gonna swap with the neighbors. All right, manifesting generators. Ooh, this is more self-focused for you. And so it's a battle about what this decision will mean about you personally. So, like, defining yourself, how you define yourself. Is this move or this promotion or this, opportunity, right? Is it going to redefine me in a way that I like, or is it going to make me, feel bad about myself or feel like, I should have gotten farther in this amount of time, or, that sort of a thing. And dude, the outcome for this, the whole point of this is that when you first got that opportunity, when you first heard that it was coming and you thought to yourself, I want that, that was the true sacral response, gut feeling about this situation, is that this is a good thing. This is what you've wanted. This is what, is a really good outcome for what you've been headed towards or what you've been working on. And regardless of what other people think about you taking that position. So say, for instance, you're on a specific career path, right? And as you know, anywhere along a trajectory, oftentimes there are other choices. So you've charted this path and decided that that's what you're going for, right? And this is an opportunity to step off of that path that then will branch into other opportunities, right? You can actually go back to that if you want to, or you can go in another direction, right? And so, because it is a position that maybe people younger than you get to usually because they've gone a different route, right? Or maybe it is a position that people who have your credentials don't normally take because of how far off of the usual path, the beaten path, the normal trajectory is, that it looks like a lesser position. However, if you are charting an unusual path, does that really matter when it's a stepping stone along your way? You know? And so, keeping your bearings, keeping your cup filled by focusing on what comes next after this, that this is a stepping stone along the path, right? So, say for instance, you've been working a high powered, high paying, high profile job, right? And now you've decided that you want to do something else, and that means that you have to go backwards and be a student, right? Now you have to step down and be a beginner. You have to go backwards in order to get to a different position. But when you do that, you are also taking all of that knowledge that you have with you. You're taking that whole skill set, everything, the history, the experiences, all of that's coming with you to this new place. And it's an advantage. And you're going to have a lot of fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling experiences that are going to contribute to your overall goal and place that you want to be. So I like it. So far, these are really positive. I was kind of, I don't know, I was kind of expecting this to be a little heavier this month. All right, manifestors. Hmm. Mm. All right. So manifestors are in an energy of something that is, I don't want to say old and dead, but those are the words that were queued up for me to say. It's more like tradition or passed down from uh, people in the family or people in your line of work, right? Something that is routine and perfunctory, always done, but there's no meaning behind it. There's no thought put into it, and it's kind of a drag, right? And there's an opportunity there for the manifester, and you've got the energy behind you to do it. You're wanting to make it more significant in some way. You're wanting to add a little bit of romance, a little bit of drama to it, right? So I use the word romance because of my Nine of Cups here, but that was me being silly because it's not, I don't see it as that type of a situation. It's not a relationship or anything like that. I'm seeing it as something that is really old and long standing. And you're coming in being like, dude, this is dead. It's stuffy. What if we did this, you know? And even though the people who have been holding these procedures in place are not excited about doing anything different, because of these roots of abundance, because of how strong this foundation is, how far reaching the roots of this tree are, there's not any danger of what you want to do tanking it. You know, it's like if you're wanting to hang snowflakes from the ceiling just because you know that people are dreading coming into this room for this particular meeting or conference or whatever, and you know that that little, you know, touch of care and magic or whatever is going to kind of lighten the mood, lighten the energy, and maybe get people in a more, receptive mind state to, oh, okay, maybe this won't be so bad, you know? It's not going to negatively impact the conversations being had or the donations being made or anything like that to this situation. All right. Because all of that momentum has been going for a long, long time. It's a very healthy, very full energy stream it's not in danger of being tanked by a couple of little, pretty sparkly things. Projectors. Ooh. All right. My projectors need a break from it all. You've gotten really bogged down in details and responsibility and, oh my goodness, I can't let these people down. This is so important, but I don't know how to make this happen. I don't know what we need. I don't know what's broken. I don't know why this is this way, right? Confusion energy, right? A lot of different pieces of information coming at you from a lot of different angles. And where normally you're able to do that, you kind of put yourself in this position saying, all right, I'm the person for this, right? And then something happened, something broke, somebody quit, something happened to add twice as much to your plate as you initially thought you were signing up for, right? And so now it's like overwhelming. You're needing a break from it. And so whether it is to go hide in the coat closet for a second and breathe and cry and go back out there, or if it is to say, I'm not coming on Wednesday, you got to figure out what level you're at, what needs to happen. If you need to hire an assistant, recruit somebody from another department to come and sort things with you and help you. If you need to actually tell your superior, somebody above you, like, okay, look, I signed up to do this much, and now suddenly I'm doing this much, and I don't see how it's possible to get all of that done by this day, They'll understand that. They'll understand that. Like, is there a team? Is there a way we can, divide this up a little bit? Because this got insane. We were not expecting Bob to quit, And the reflectors, we've got stillness, the 52. That is a very focused, very powerful energy. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so it's, again, got a lot of momentum behind it. Oh no, the 8 of Pentacles is the black. 8 of Pentacles is a black, hun. Okay. Stillness and quieting the mind. Our reflectors are in need of some meditation, some naps, some snuggles. And so with it being a hectic, busy energy kind of week, something shifting, something moving, something different, someone quitting, that kind of thing, right? It's dynamic. There's very memorable things happening, right? There is going to be a pull to stay in that 24/7 and focus on it, right? Last thing before you go to bed, you're sending emails, and this is not, it's not conducive. It doesn't work for a long period of time, right? So you have to schedule that. You have to make it important, make it a priority to take those moments to calm all of the hectic energy down and get some clarity in it all. That's the only way you're going to get it. This card is so beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. The whole thing looks like a lotus from far away, right? Yeah. It's a person in meditation. Complete alignment. It's beautiful. Anyway, so again, the whole story all together plays in, they all tie into each other. These are all characters that are going to be interacting with one another throughout the week, and you're going to see this. There's going to be probably conflict between this manifestor and this generator. There's probably going to be camaraderie between this reflector and this projector of, oh my goodness, did you see that? How quickly it went from 0 to 100? What's going on? And all of this is, creating a full story arc. The overall being that there is something that needs attention that is behind a veil, is under below the surface. There's a dynamic shift happening below the surface. And there needs to be a reconciliation either between you and you, or between you and somebody on the tribal level. All right. I hope this is helpful. I really appreciate seeing your comments and your little emojis when it is helpful. And I look forward to seeing you guys back here again next week. Bye now.